get a bag, get a bag. I'ma go get a bag, get a bag, get a bag. You should go get a bag, get a bag, get a bag. We can go get a bag, get a bag. I'm gonna remember that.
Y'all already know what it is. Welcome to Chop It Down Podcast, man. The number one podcast in Southern California. You already know, man. Let's get this thing going. So today, man, I got one great guest in the building, man. I met this dude at a show, and I was like, yeah, I gotta get him. I gotta get him. Man, he brings so much energy, so much light. Man, he's a dope dude. Man, his name itself is kind of crazy, though. So I got a Xotic Haze in the building. What's the deal, bro?
What's up, man? We're here to chop it down. What's up?
I said, not much, man.
We're right here.
You here?
We're here. We live. Getting real right here, man.
Yes, sir. Man, I seen you at your performance, man. I got the pleasure to see you perform. You got so much. How you get all that energy, bro?
That's crazy because when I first started performing, it was more like even to this day, it was like an anxiety thing. I fucking hate being on stage. I hate being in a crowd and shit. Or I noticed that too. When I was in my clubbing days, I'll be in the crowd, dancing and shit. I'd be like, man, I'm vibing, I'll vibe, but it's I don't like being in this fucking crowd. But then it's as time progressed, it was just more like a flip it. If I'm looking weird, the crowd's gonna be they're not gonna catch that shit on. So you gotta give them that energy, that live shit, literally how I wanted my music to be intended, the way my music sounds and the way I'll perform it. I've been told that shit will be different because I'm right there, giving it everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, fucking that show you seen, that was one of the first couple ones too that I actually had a set. Before it would be I'll be requesting songs and I'll have a list down.
Yeah.
But then now I just go home and because I produce all my stuff myself, so I started just making a show mix, that way it can it can sound good. I have sound effects in between because I don't have a DJ right now.
Yeah.
So that was just one of the first of the better side of my performances, and now I'm just getting better every time because just doing
better every time, huh? Dropping more and more music.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely dropping more. Since then, I think around that time I had only dropped a couple singles, but I had since then I only dropped a couple EPs, little small tracks type of shit, but projects now, instead of just singles. Eventually I'll drop some more singles, but that's where we focus on right now, just mixtapes and shit.
I want to know. So where did your name come from?
Xotic Haze?
Yeah.
Shit, that was honest. That was a gamer tag. That was a fucking some shit I had on Xbox. Real
yeah.
Shit. Yeah. But I thought about that when I made that name, it was still the same concept. I'm smoking exotic, and then fucking I've been getting fucked up since a young ass age. I'm not even gonna say how, because I got fam and shit, but
why?
Oh, because it was fucking young as fuck. I was drinking hazy IPAs, IPAs. That's what Xotic Haze. I'm smoking exotic and drinking hazy IPAs. So Xotic Haze. That was that. But that's the same thing as around the time fucking playing Xbox and shit and coming up with that kind of crazy shit. I was like,
what you be playing?
At that time, dude, I was a teenager around the 2015, 16 era. So that sounds like in Black Ops 2, fucking.
Yeah.
I don't think I had a PS4 yet, but it was mostly Black Ops type shit.
So yeah, Xbox dude?
Nah. I don't know. Fucking, it was just the times. I probably even have my years wrong, honestly, too, now if I think about it. But it was more PlayStation 2 growing up, and then because the Xbox was alright, and then once the Xbox 360, PS3 came out, it was alright, I'll just do Xbox 360. And then once the PS4 came out and the Xbox One or whatever, the series and shit, I was like, fuck it, back to PlayStation. Even now, I'd rather have a PS5 type shit.
Oh man,
that's me.
Oh man, we war. I'm an Xbox today.
Yeah, you look like it. You dressing like Xbox.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, green is my thing.
Hey man, it's lucky.
It's green is me.
That's paper, man. That's my favorite color too.
Yes, sir, man. Man, I was because I was always interested in your names, exotic. That's an interesting name, bro.
Yeah, exactly. Even it helps me. I'm not gonna say it helps me, but even my performances or when I create music, it's all right, I'm trying to have that whole aesthetic, man. All these artists, I fuck with them, but it's my thing is I'm trying to make a brand. I'm trying to make some shit longevity. And so it's Xotic Haze is now I'm trying to make it more bigger than me type of shit. It's it's gonna be exotic, dope ass shit. Even the future shit I have coming out is gonna be some crazy shit for sure.
So where are you from?
Originally I'm from fucking LA, more generally grew up around South Central. I know I was there on Hoover. Oh, okay. I know I was there in Watts for a bit. But every time we'll move in and out of LA, we'll always come back to the corner of like Linwood and Compton.
Right.
Yeah, so that's kind of like where I'll say I'm from. Like I'm from like
Right.
Linwood, Compton area.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you grew up around there. How old are you, bro?
Now I'm fucking 26 now.
You 26?
Yeah.
Still young, man.
Yeah, yeah, for
Still
sure,
got
for
a whole
sure.
lot of life to live, man.
It's
Live
crazy,
it.
like life. Fucking, you looking back at. Well, I mean, I don't know. Maybe some people like I be talking to some people. I'm like, bro, like I got more miles than you, type of shit, you know. But point being,
Yeah.
like, even though, yeah, like I feel like I mean, I probably don't feel look like it, but
You don't feel like you.
yeah, I don't feel young as fuck. You know, I feel old as fuck. I feel like I took too
didn't-
long to be doing shit like this. You know.
I feel you.
But like you said, like now it's like I'm good. Like it's good to start now because shit, 10 years from now I'll be 36, and like who knows where I'll be.
Who
Hopefully,
knows?
if
You
I'll
can
be
look
here.
back at this though and be like, hey, I'll show your kids like, yeah, man, I was on a couple interviews. You see that, see that. So that'd be dope, you know. 26, man, I felt that same way, right? So when I'm 35 now. So when I was 10 years ago, I feel like because I did so much in my lifetime,
Right.
I did so much due to worldly things,
Your
due
circumstances.
to, you know, being from where I was from, and they were doing wild things, you know what I'm saying? Anyways, though, when I got 25, I'd be kicking with older people because I always kick it with older people. And they'd be like, man, you young. And I said, I don't really feel that way.
Right.
But I always had knowledge and wisdom and understanding. So when I be dropping my wisdom,
Right.
they be like, man, you 25?
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. They like, man, you talking like you 35 or something. Yeah, man. That's crazy. But then as I progressed and got older, and now at my age, I look at 25 like, man, I was really a baby then.
And but like was still that mind, or like
Yeah.
like you can look back like, damn, people at my age, when I was your age, I was way already ahead, like mindset wise, type of shit.
Like I was like when I look like people 20, because when I was 20, I thought I was older already.
Right.
21, I didn't know I was young like that. You tell me, oh, this young dude, because all my peers around me was already 30, 28, 10 years older than me that I kicked it with. So
yeah, I feel you.
In my head, I wasn't young. You know,
because you're already like with the older group, so like you feel like you're like one of them.
Yeah.
Well, you were like if you're hanging out with them, that's how I feel. Like you are who you're around with.
Now when you get to the age and be like, till you look back like, hey, bro, I was young doing that. You can see the youth in your face, like.
Oh yeah, for sure. I'd be like, that's literally what I'd be thinking. Like, damn, like when I came up with the name, I always had like an aspiration to like try to do music, but I wasn't like I can say like, oh man, I fucking hate when I talk to somebody and they're like, oh, how long you been doing music? I've been doing music like 10, 15 years. I'm like, oh, for real? I'm like, well, how old are you? Like, oh, I'm like 22. What the fuck? You're making beats since you're like 7 or some shit? Like, why are you gonna say, like, I get it. Like, if I say that, I can say like, oh, I've been making music for 10 years.
Yeah.
But it's like, what? Because I'm making beats on my phone? You know, I had this aspiration to do music. I was dabbling, right? But I didn't get serious, like business wise and like learning like the whole other side of the industry, like actually being a player in the game to like a couple years ago, you know?
Oh yeah, man. Hey, hold on. I gotta use the bathroom. We gotta take a quick bathroom. Yeah, we took a quick bathroom break. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, Zai, man. So, what's your nationality, bro?
Man, I fucking hate that shit. But it is what it is, though. I guess you could say I'm Hispanic, right? I guess because I'm not gonna say my last name, but it's a Hispanic last name, you know. So but like my whole I have generations like even on both sides of my family that were from America, like we're from here, you know.
Right.
But it's like I know I look like especially when I have like my facial hair all out, straight up like a vato, you know. But that is my nationality.
Yeah, Mexican.
Yeah.
That's dope, bro. Like, why you say, man, I hate it? Like,
because it's like I don't know. I hate being put in a group type of shit. But it is what it is though. Like that is my nationality. Like keep it real type of shit. But growing up, like yeah, I guess you should be type of pride, but I don't know. I'm not like there's I'll be prideful like the stupidest shit. But it's like when it comes to like real shit like that, I'm like, man, fuck that. You know, like growing up in school and stuff. Like you know how like you'll be filling out tests or whatever. They'll have like that random ass question like, oh, what's your nationality? I'm like, fuck, I'm taking a school test. Like, why would that matter? But okay, I'll check off. And I'll ask the teacher like, oh, like what would you? And they'll tell me like, oh, you're Hispanic, like or like you're Mexican. And for some reason, maybe it's because the way they told me, like it felt like a derogatory type of thing.
Right.
But I don't know, maybe like it was some shit like that still. And I have like, man, I fucking hate being called that. Because even though like I wasn't like necessarily raised like that's the same. Like both sides of my family were raised in America, so we're kind of like whitewashed, I'll call it type shit. You know, but like I was, I came from fucking where I grew up at, so it's like I got my little pep in my step.
Pep in your step. The
You
little
know?
swag came from there.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
because you know, like you were saying, you know, your circumstances of where you're from and shit. You know, I wasn't really around like the homies, the essays like that. You know, I
Yeah.
was chilling with buzz
Yeah.
and shit type
Yeah.
of
The
shit.
boys. Yeah.
Yeah, you know,
Them
yeah,
boys.
the
Yeah.
boys, you know, them youngins.
Brothers. Yeah.
Yeah.
Them brothers.
Oh
I
yeah.
got you. What school you went to?
What you mean, like high school?
Yeah. Did you get?
Shit, I went to a couple. I went to a couple high schools, man. Look, fucking up. But yeah, shit. I graduated from Linwood High.
Linwood.
Yeah, Linwood. You know, shout out
Okay.
Linwood High. It was cool. You know, high school was kept to myself, loner type shit. I mean, I had a couple like your little circle. I was
So
just
you more like a introvert person, right?
I'm like an extroverted introvert. So like I'll
Yeah.
be fucking
Yeah.
alone in the room, like a full of people type shit, and like I'll just keep to myself, and then like obviously like you hear me fucking yapping, like once you approach me, like
Yeah.
come real, you know. I hate that fake shit, but it's like if you come 1-on-1, yeah, we'll chop it up. I keep it real with you, keep it real with me, type shit.
Because when I heard your music, it's like you exploded.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And I was like, and me and my mom was looking like, okay.
I used to think
Yeah.
that like that shit was kind of corny to like to hear that when people say like, oh, like music's like a expression of how I feel, but it's like now I look back, it's like a lot of stuff that I'm making, it kind of was like me trying to like
Yeah.
get whatever I just keep to myself, like just put that out there.
Like when you perform, right? When I go up there and see you, it's like all your music, you just spill it out.
Right. Yeah, make you feel it, you know,
Yeah.
because like I said, like there'll be people sometimes that'll literally tell me like, oh, you know, like your music's not really my style because like I'll be talking about like crazy shit, you know, like real like my personal experiences.
Yeah.
So they'll be like, oh, your music's not really my style, but like I felt it, like or I can like there's certain themes or like certain lyrics like that, like everybody could probably relate to, you know. So but like they'll hear that one part and then like on top of like the crazy shit,
Right.
you know, me going ham and shit, like they'll be like, oh, like I felt that, you know, like even though it's not really my style, like I make you feel it, you know.
Got you.
That's our job as an artist, you know, like that. Fuck the fame, fuck the money. Like our job as an artist to just make our art, and hopefully that art affects people, you know.
Yeah.
And so that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to make people feel me, you know.
Gotta make them feel you.
Real shit.
Make them feel you. Yes, sir.
Yeah, man.
Because I sure do feel you, bro, when you speak, man.
Appreciate that, bro.
Man, yeah, because you bring this type of energy, bro. I never seen this man perform. You must go perform. You have a show coming out, right?
Yeah, this time we're recording for sure. I had a couple shows coming up. Hopefully by, shit, who knows? I'm trying to do more, you know.
You're selling tickets right now.
Selling tickets. I'm still doing, you know, some side like showcasing type stuff on the side. But like yeah, like I'm trying to get that going, like my main thing going too, you know. Eventually, shit, yeah, we're gonna be doing festivals and stuff, you know.
Yeah. I
sure,
never
for
seen
sure.
him perform, man. You must come out and see this man.
For
Cause
sure.
you'll be shocked. Like,
Yeah, y'all gonna feel me for real. Because like I said, you know, like even like my parents, like try not to be too flashy. I'm not trying like I'm not really like that, you know. But it's like can't just be looking like a nobody type of shit. But
yeah.
that's not really my thing. Like you'll see me like I'm like low key, just keep to myself. And then once I go on, like I'm time to clock in. You know, I'm at work now.
How do your family feel about you being an artist?
Bro, growing up, because like I said, I had aspirations. They always fucking not put me down. There was a half of my family that would be like joking, like, oh, you know, you bum and you're like, you're, you know, you're not gonna be like, not you're not, but it's like chill, like what you thinking, you know? And then like the
Yeah.
other side would be like more or less like, oh, well, like let's be realistic, like, oh, it's like really like, okay, you could do this, but you have to like, it would be like talking about like, oh, I'm gonna go for the moon. It's like, well, what the fuck? Like, why would you go for the moon? Like, some people say you're stupid. Other people are like, okay, they don't want to tell you, like, they don't want to like let you down, right? Oh, you can probably try to go to the moon, but maybe like you know work on this shit right here, like stay on Earth for a bit.
Yeah.
So that's kind of how that was growing up. It was like I didn't really get like a full support. Now it's more like way more support now.
Right.
Because they're starting to see like I'm fucking making them feel me, you know?
Yeah. That's dope.
Yeah. Man.
That's dope, man. You got brothers or sisters?
Oh yeah, I have a lot of siblings. You know, I'm the
Yeah.
oldest. Yeah, I'm the eldest though. Yeah,
You the eldest?
I got one brother, man. Me and my brother were tight, and then I have like 7 sisters. No, I'm sorry, 6 sisters. My bad. 6 sisters. Yeah.
Man, you got a lot of sisters.
Yeah, man, I got a lot of motherfuckers to beat up. Nah.
Yeah.
Gotta keep on that. But yeah, man, we're a close fam. Especially like it's saying like that's another thing to like. They're the ones because my your extended family, they're always gonna have something to say like, oh, you know, like your auntie talks to your
Yeah.
uncle, and then they pass it down. But my inner circle, you know, like my siblings, like those are the ones like I'm trying to show them like, hey man, you can do whatever the fuck you want. You're gonna like, and then they see it too, like, oh look what they're saying, look what they're saying. And I'm still gonna do it, you know. Like, look how I feel. Like I'm open with them, you know. Like I'm pretty sure like they know how I've like how my mindset is type of
Right.
shit. But like so like all that aside, like I'm still pursuing something now, you know,
Yeah.
trying to show them that it's real, you know, make them feel me.
That's dope. That's dope, man.
There's also like that eldest thing too. Like you always, no matter what, like you could be doing it. I feel like if like the eldest, or like the older sibling type shit, like you're gonna feel that type of responsibility or like that like duty to like, oh, I gotta show them better, you know. In a way, like you're like your first kids sometimes.
Yeah. Exactly. It's like, man.
Because it's like somebody looking up to you type shit.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I appreciate you coming through here, man, and spitting your knowledge and your wisdom and your understanding
For
on
real.
everything. I want to tell you, bro. Like I tell everybody, don't stop, don't stop, don't stop, don't give up.
Real
Keep
shit,
your
real
faith,
shit.
man. Yeah, keep your faith, man. Keep it going, man. Cause you got so much, bro. I seen you perform, bro.
For real.
So I seen what you had. I seen all the potential you got. I see it all, man. So,
Yeah. That day that I performed, like that was the same shit. Like a couple people that like I seen the other day on the street type of shit. Like I was like, oh, they're like, oh, you know, you're at that show, and I was like, oh, fucking, like I remember you too, type of shit. Like, you know, other artists,
yeah,
like, you know, with me, you know, crossing paths type of shit at the events we be doing. So like they're like, oh, you know, I've seen you from that show, and like they remember me, even though like I'm not there, just like they're, you know, bread and butter. They're like, oh, like I remember you because you made me feel something. So like the same day when you approached me, I already knew. I was like, oh, like for sure, like you felt it. Like you even said like, oh my, like, you know, the shit you were telling me that day.
Yeah. I keep it real, bro.
Yeah.
So yeah, man.
Yeah, appreciate you having me, man.
No problem, man. Is anything, you know, social media, is anything that you want to tell the people? Do you want to give the people anything?
I hate social media, man. I suck at that shit. But my Instagram is devilish_playa_exotic, or is devilish_playa exotic. That's what exotic with an X. Everywhere else, Xotic Haze, Xotic Haze. All platforms: TikTok, SoundCloud, fucking Spotify, Apple Music. Check me out.
Yes, sir. So I gotta ask you this one more thing.
What's up?
So for a young kid that want to get in this, right? That wanted to do rap or whatever, because you rap, right?
Yeah.
Correction, right? So if they want to get into being an artist,
right?
What would be the advice that you would give them?
Do something else first, and not in the sense of like, oh, don't do art, or like don't fucking whatever your passion is type shit. Do something else first, in the sense of like if you want to be like a fucking rapper, I guess let's use that example. Learn how to fucking play the guitar first. Learn how to play the drums first. Like if you want to be a rapper, learn like a little bit like the background shit first.
Yeah.
Because then once you start like, all right, I'm gonna pursue like the shit I want to do, you kind of have like a little bit of sense of like, you're not just, oh, I'm just a rapper, so put me in the booth. Like, no, you know that you're gonna need certain steps. You need certain people to help you out, because this game, it's a fucking game, and like any game, you know, you got teams, and you know you need your team. So it's like my shit. I started off, you know, solo dolo, and it's like now it's like I'm getting my people, you know, get your circle, find your circle type shit. But the only way to do that, like I said, do something else first. Do something else, network, and then you'll start finding your path, and you're like, oh yeah, I remember, like, or even not remember, like you'll be focused, like I'm learning this to apply to this, and you know, just keep pushing after that.
Yes. Hey man, thank y'all for coming to Chop It Down podcast. That is our time. That is it. Man, you already know. Watch out for this cat right here, because he on the come up. You should already know that. Chop It Down podcast, and we out.
Get you some.